11 years old. I'm the founder of 10xcoderkids.com, and if you like this video, please don't forget to smash that like button. Don't press it, smash it, so that you smash the like button and share my videos with as many people as you can. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please kindly do it, so that you can't miss any amazing content, any amazing videos, because you learn a lot from this channel. And I'm too excited because the Christmas season is going on and Christmas is about to come, and I just wonder what is gonna come towards me, right? And yeah, so without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so today basically we are gonna learn about the useMemo hook in React. So today we are gonna learn about the useMemo hook in React. So this is gonna be very interesting, so let's get started. Did I do the dab? I don't remember. Dab! Okay, I'm too excited for Christmas, so that's why I'm just going crazy. So I'll just zoom in the output that we have, right? That's quite big. Okay, so what is basically our useMemo hook? What is our useMemo hook? Our useMemo hook is very similar to our useCallback hook. If you don't know about the useCallback hook, do check that out. But useCallback hook used to return us a memoized function, meaning that a function basically useCallback gave us a function that was not redeclared, and useMemo gives us a value that that has basically not basically changed. Gives us the basically through useMemo you like, for example, you have a method with that is doing an intensive calculation, and you call it, right? You call it, but every time you call it, you are giving it the same numbers to calculate with, right? So you're giving it the same numbers to calculate with, and it is doing a very intensive calculation, so there will be lag in your application, right? And to prevent that lag, to prevent doing that intensive calculation when you are giving the same number as before to calculate with, you can use the useMemo hook, right? So we'll see that with an example. First we'll see our problem, and then we'll see the solution to it. First of all, we are importing React at useState, so the useState hook from React, right? Then we are importing the React DOM from React DOM, right? And this is quite standard. And now we are defining our app component. So now we are creating an app component that we'll render, right? So let's see. Over here we are creating two states. One is the count state, and the other is the to-do state, right? So one is the count state and the other is the to-do state. Then we are creating a calculation variable, and we are in that we are calling expensive calculation and passing it count. So this expensive calculation method will return us a value. Let's see the expensive calculation. It is getting a number, it will log out calculating, and it will loop like once, tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, and like a billion times. So it will loop a billion times, and that will take some time. And looping a billion times, it will, whatever the number's value is, in that it will add 1, right? Every time, a billion times. So it will, whatever number value is, in that it will add a billion, right? But through a for loop, right? So that will basically be a very intensive task, right? And we're just returning number. So this is a very intensive task, and if this keeps on repeating unnecessarily, then our app may also crash, right? And that we don't want. Let's see how it will be basically called unnecessarily. Over here we have our increment method, in which we are changing the value of our count state. So this increment method is basically changing our value of a count state, whatever the previous value was, that value plus 1, right? So whatever the previous value was, that value plus 1. And add to do, it is basically the changing the value of a to do state, right? So of a to do state, and we are getting a previous to dos, and we are returning basically an array with all our to do spread out, and then a new to do added, right? And then we are closing the array, and this array is now returned. And what we are returning a div, right? And in that we are wrapping everything in our div. Then in that there's a div again, in which we have h2 my to dos, and we have a heading 2. So this is our heading 2. I've just zoomed it in a lot, right? That's why you're seeing it like this. Let's zoom this out, if that would be better. Yep, that's not better. Let's reset this. Just hanged, I think. I think it is hanging because it is a very expensive calculation, right? And this may crash my video, so I'll reduce this. I'll reduce this to 100, right? We won't see lag in this. That's not fair. Let's do it 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 100k, a mil. 1 mil is okay. Okay, now I think it is responsive. 1 mil, 10 mil, 100 mil, 1 bill. Let's keep it 1 bill. If we are doing something, let's enjoy it, right? And now it's crashed. It took time to load. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have kept it 1 bill. Okay, now over here, what we are doing after adding our heading 2, this is our heading 2. After adding this, we are mapping on our to-dos. So we are mapping on our to-dos. We are getting a to-do and its index, and we are returning a p tag for every to-do. And in this we have a key index, so React can keep track of our elements. And then our so this will crash my video. Okay, this is going to crash my video. I'm reducing it 3 digits. I'm reducing 3 digits. Okay, now it's perfectly fine. Please don't video don't crash. Okay, so over here, after adding p tags, we have a button that whenever will be clicked, a to-do will be added, right? And you can see the effect of this expensive calculation, guys. It is already like crashed, about to crash my computer, right? And if this happens again and again unnecessarily, your computer will get harmed, and you don't want to do that with your user or with yourself when you're testing also. Look. Let's reload this. And then we were just adding a horizontal rule. Let's freaking go on mean.jsx. Yeah, here we are. Finally, now it's all set. Okay, sorry about that trouble, but this could have crashed my video. Okay, then we are adding a div that has count equals the count state, right? Then we have a button. Whenever this will be clicked, increment method will be called, and plus. And then we are doing h2 expensive calculation, and we are basically showing our result of a calculation variable, right? Quite cool. And now what we need to do, like whenever any of this state will change, this app component will get re-rendered. When it will get re-rendered, it will all over calculate, right? It will all over do the processes of the expensive calculation and then it will damage our computer, because when our to-dos will change, our count is not changing, so the result will really not change, right? So the result of the expensive calculation won't really change, and if it won't change, we know that, then why do we need to do it once again and damage our computer? Whenever our count will be incremented, then only the result coming from expensive calculation will change, right? So that's why whenever our count state will be changed, then only we want to call this expensive calculation method. But over here, every time we perform an action, we change count or add a to do also, then when we add a to do also, then also the component will get re-rendered, and basically it would perform the expensive calculation all over again. Though we don't need to do it, it is obvious that our result that will come from the expensive calculation would be the same as the previous one. So when we add to do, it is doing it automatically right now, because this is not such an expensive calculation. I reduced it so that my video didn't crash, but if that it was that expensive calculation that was before, then this wouldn't have been so quick, right? And there would have been lag noticed in our application, right? So that's not what we want, and we only want to basically perform our expensive calculation whenever basically our count state changes. So we can perform that using our useMemo. So useMemo is basically what it does. useMemo does not give us a method, right? It does not give us a memoized method like use callback did. Use callback gave us a memoized method, right? But over here, useMemo, what it will do, it will, in this we have to give our basically pass our call, right? So first we need to pass it a callback method, right? And then in this we need to call our expensive calculation, right? And this we are just saying over here, this expensive calculation method should only be called when basically our count changes, right? So when basically a count changes, then only this expensive calculation method should be called, right? In use callback, we said that whenever our whenever some state changes, then this method should be defined, right? So in use callback, we were saying that whenever something changes, then only a method should be defined. But over here in useMemo, we are saying whenever something changes, then only a method should be called, right? So this is basically saying whenever a count changes, expensive calculation then only should be called, right? And now when we press add to do, look, this is 1 billion right now. This was not that 100k or some figure. This is whole 1 billion. And when I'm adding to do, there's no lag, right? And when there's plus, when I press plus, then only the value increases by 1, right? And you could see that lag, right? And that is not noted when we press add to do. If it was doing the expensive calculation once again, then this would have come after a few seconds, but it is coming immediately. That means that that expensive calculation is not being taken place when our to-do state changes. It will only take place when our count state changes, and you can see the effect. You can see why you need to use this useMemo hook in front of your eyes. You can see that, right? And yeah, this is it for useMemo hook, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. Thank you guys. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy your Christmas. But I will make videos before that also. So Christmas is in a week or so. It's 17th right now, and basically on 25th is our Christmas, right? So enjoy yourself, guys, enjoy your coding and code, right? And keep watching my videos. That's please the most important for me, and it would be very fun for you. And thank you guys. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy.